Pure Bond, Chapter 13, Vacation Plans. With spring break fast approaching, Sarah is planning on taking her best friends, Laura, Jessie, and Christina, off to an all-week trip to Tokyo, Japan, in order to spend some more quality time with the girls and to get her mind off of her kidnapping. She went online and looked up some of the best hotels that the city had to offer.
Wow, there are so many good places to stay at, but choosing one is gonna be tough.
She kept looking online for a good hotel to stay at, and then minutes later, she finally decided where she and her friends are going to stay when they get there.
Perfect! This should be the perfect place to stay for the week.
When she made her decision, she booked 2 rooms with 2 people in each room for that hotel.
All right. Now that that's done, I'll let them know tomorrow when I get to school.
The next day, Sarah arrived at the CMA Academy and she was so excited to tell her best friends where she was going to take them for spring break. She saw Jessie next to her locker, so she walked up to her and greeted her.
Hi, Jessie. Good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. You look pretty excited today. What's up?
It's a surprise.
A surprise? Ooh, what is it? I really want to know.
Jessie, I don't want to spill the beans to you just yet. I want all of the 3 of you to hear what I have to say.
And by all 3 of us, you also mean Laura and Christina too, right?
Yep. I'll tell you everything about it at lunch.
All right, Sarah. I can't wait to hear the news.
Don't worry, Jessie. You will. Well, I better get to class now. I'll catch you later, Jessie.
All right. See ya, Sarah.
Their conversation ended there as the 2 best friends hugged each other and went to their first classes of the day. Sarah went to her reading class and started focusing on her work. Her class was in the middle of a reading assignment, and while her teacher was preaching, she said in her thoughts,
With everything that's happened recently, hopefully this vacation will clear my mind off of Mr. Edward for a while. But I know that somewhere out there, he's probably hatching another nefarious scheme to get to my father, or lure him into another trap. Well, whatever happens from this point on, I got to be ready for anything and be aware of my surroundings at all costs.
Meanwhile, in the study hall, Jack and the guys were working on some of their assignments. Rio then asked Jack a question.
So, Jack, did Sarah enjoy her visit to your house?
She did. My family was very happy to finally meet her, and so did my little brother. They were very proud of me for saving Sarah, and they told me as long as I'm happy to be with her, then they're happy. Rio, I can't thank you enough for helping me rescuing Sarah.
Of course, Jack. We're friends, and true friends always look out for one another.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Kyle then asked the guys a question.
So, what are y'all plans for spring break?
Well, I'll probably be working on some more drawings throughout the week and getting some much-needed rest.
For me, working out as usual. Gotta keep my body well-toned. What about you, Jack? What are your plans?
Well, I've been thinking real hard what I'll be doing during the break, and I have decided that I'm going to spend some time with Rio.
Really? What do you plan on doing with him?
Well, I'm going to be training him.
Training, huh? I see. Because of what happened with you and Sarah, you're trying to better prepare yourself where something like this happens again, right?
Yeah. With Rio helping me, I might be able to get stronger and defend myself a lot better than when I first fought Sarah's kidnappers. I want to protect those who mean everything to me, including you guys too.
Then you can count me in too, Jack.
Same here. Who's to say that something like that will happen to Jessie or the others at some point? We gotta be ready for anything.
You aren't wrong about that, my friend.
Then it's settled. We'll all meet up at my house during the break, and I'll be glad to help train you all to the best of my abilities.
Thanks, Rio. We really appreciate it.
Anytime, my friend.
Later during the day, Sarah was in the ballet room continuing practicing her ballet. Jack then entered the room and greeted Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. How's your day going?
It's going well, Jack. In fact, I'm glad you're here because I wanted to tell you something.
Sure. What do you want to tell me?
I'm planning on taking Christina and the girls to an all-week trip to Tokyo for spring break.
Wow, that sounds awesome, Sarah. But did you tell them anything about this yet?
No, I haven't yet. But I do plan on telling them around lunch. I want to surprise them.
I see. Then I take it you've traveled to other countries once before, right?
When I was young, I used to travel to many countries with my mother and father. Out of all of those trips, I'd say my favorite one was when my mother took me to Paris. The city itself was a beauty to behold.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time on your tours around the world.
Thanks, babe. Maybe next time I'll plan a trip to a beautiful island with just the two of us.
Sure, I look forward to it.
Elsewhere in the academy, Laura and Christina were in the computer room when moments later, Jessie came in and went towards her friends and greeted them.
Hey, girls!
Hey, Jessie!
Have either of you run into Sarah today?
Nope, why do you ask?
Well, I saw her early this morning, and she seemed pretty excited about something. I asked her what it was, but she just told me that it was a surprise.
A surprise, you say? Interesting. Now I'm curious to know what she's hiding from us. I'll go ask her.
Don't bother finding and asking her about it right now. From what she said to me, she won't say a word about it until lunch. She wants to inform the surprise to all three of us.
So all we could do is wait until later on, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, whatever she wants to tell us, I can't wait to hear what it is. Me too.
Me three. I'll bet it's going to be awesome.
Yeah!
Lunchtime finally came around as Laura, Jessie, and Christina will finally hear what Sarah has to say to them. They got their lunches and walked their way towards her.
Looks like we'll finally get our answers from her now. Yeah, we sure will! Let's go!
They saw Sarah sitting on one of the tables near the windows. They then made their way to their friend and greeted her.
Hi, Sarah!
Hey, girls. I'm glad that you're all here.
Jessie told us earlier that you had some sort of surprise to tell us. Well, now that we're all here, fire away, Sarah.
The three girls sat down next to Sarah, and she finally told them what her big surprise was.
All right, here's the surprise. I'm taking you all out on a one-week trip to Tokyo for spring break.
Really?
Oh, I
Awesome.
can't believe it!
I've always
This is
wanted to head to
so
Tokyo.
cool.
Wow, Sarah, that's a really big surprise. We never would have thought that you would be treating us to an all-week trip to Tokyo. That's so thoughtful of you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. You're the best friend any of us could ever have.
I just want to thank you all for being there for me. You girls mean the whole world to me, too. I couldn't ask for better friends than you girls.
Of course, Sarah. No matter what happens, we'll always be there for one another. Always.
That's right.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it.
As another school week at the CMA Academy coming to an end and spring break for Sarah and the others officially beginning, she and the girls met up at her locker and explained to them what the plan is for their trip to Tokyo.
All right, here's the rundown. We'll all meet up at my mansion Sunday morning, and Mr. Rogers will escort us to the airport. And when we do get to Tokyo, we'll be staying at the Sunroute Plaza Hotel. My father knows a few people around the city, so he'll have someone there at the airport to escort us around the city. So, make sure you all have everything ready before then.
Alrighty.
You got it.
No problem, Sarah. I can't wait. Let's make this a trip worth remembering.
Yeah!
All right then. I'll see you all this Sunday. Bye!
Bye, Sarah.
With the rundown received, the girls finished their conversation as they waved each other goodbye and headed off home. Everyone was enjoying the start of their spring break as they were chilling and relaxing at home, doing their own personal things. Later that night at Jack's house, Jack was on the phone chatting with Sarah about the trip.
You sure you're gonna be alright, Sarah?
Don't worry, Jack. I'll be just fine. Trust me. Besides, I got Jessie and the others there with me. So, what are you and the guys gonna be doing while we're out of town?
We talked it over, and we're gonna be hanging with Rio for a while. After what went down a while back, I'm going to receive some special training from him and his dad. I want to get stronger. I want to prove to myself that I can stand up to anyone. But most of all, I want to do everything in my power to protect you, Sarah.
Aw, That's very sweet of you to say, Jack. I know your training with Rio will succeed, and I know you will get stronger.
Thanks, Sarah. I'll do my best here. Enjoy your trip to Tokyo. Come back safely. All of you.
We will, Jack. Good night. Love you.
Love you too, Sarah. Good night.
Their conversation ended there as Sarah lied down on her bed, spreading her body around her bed, and said to herself,
This is gonna be a great trip. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm sure Christina and the others will too.
She then cut off her lights and then got herself into bed, and before she went to sleep, she said in her thoughts,
Jack, please stay safe. Do whatever it takes to get stronger.
She then closed her eyes and went to sleep as she plans to enjoy what's going to be the best spring break she ever had.